my name is Presley Kendall, and I will be reflecting on The Body Ritual Among the Nikirima by Horace Minor. What I found very interesting about this article is when I was reading it, I was surprised at the end to figure out it was America backwards, and it was a person talking as if they had not known anything about American culture, and it's just looking at it through a outside's perspective. And the body rituals and their love of potions and healing themselves, and how it doesn't always work, and that sometimes it ends up to people not making it. And it talks heavily about us being really concerned with getting our teeth checked out and having doctors, but they talk about it as if it's like a witch doctor, but having doctors check out our mouths. And so I thought that was very interesting. Also thought it was very interesting that their shrines and rituals happen to be just like getting ready in the bathroom or just taking care of your skin or something. And then also the temples where they perform like surgeries and stuff is basically just a hospital, and that baking heads are beauty salons. So that was intriguing, and also what was very confusing to figure out that it was America, because all of these things seem so normal to us, but from an outside perspective, it might not be so normal. These rituals or practices would be in American culture as Independence Day or 4th of July, where people get together with friends and family and they spend time with each other. And they basically are just like, woohoo, America, let's go America. So it's very just idealizing the American culture and the different cultures we all have and like merging them together. This event is connected to American culture. US culture is when the Declaration of Independence was signed and we were finally free from British domination, and all the colonies finally got to be free. And on July 4th, July 4th has been seen as the day that America was finally free. And now we celebrate that by having parties and having big firework displays and displaying the American flag all over the place, and just spending time with family and celebrating that we can, as a nation, be free. Another practice or ritual in American culture that is very popular nowadays is people getting tattoos, especially like 19 to like 25-year-olds. A lot of people feel like it's a form of self-expression, in that they feel more like themselves when they have something on their body that represents something important to them. That can be a quote for a family member, a quote from the Bible, anything like that. To cope with losses, some people get tattoos for their family or for friends or for dogs that have passed away, something that's very meaningful to them and helps them express their grief in another way other than just being upset. And they also feel like it keeps their memory alive, or it keeps them with them no matter what. All the way back in 1976, to celebrate us being independent, there were big events like parties, concerts, bonfires, parades, and public readings of the Declaration of Independence. After the Revolutionary War, Americans continued to celebrate Independence Day every year in celebrations that allowed the new nation's emerging political leaders to address citizens and create a feeling of unity. In the 19th century, tattoos were widely seen as taboo and to be barbarous and vulgar, and up until recently, it was always seen that way, especially by socialites, and you were looked down upon if you had tattoos of any kind. 1961, based on the invention of the tattoo gun, it became revolutionized, and it was finally seen as something not so vulgar and not so bad, and it was more widespread, and a lot more people decided to get tattoos, and it became an art form that we love in American culture. Not very many changes in the way we celebrate 4th of July and Independence Day. We still do parades, hang out with family, spend time with our loved ones, and plaster the American flag all over the place. And I think the changes are beneficial because it's more inclusive and more people actually celebrate than back in the day, and we can honor our ancestors by finally being free and just take advantage of the fact that we are a free nation. and the changes in tattooing and it finally being accepted and more people getting them and representing them and having beautiful meanings behind them, I think is a really good thing, and it should not be looked down on. And if you want a tattoo, then you should get a tattoo. And I think that is amazing that we've come so far from the past and that we start accepting more things.